What is going on, everyone? I am DV, and as always, I would like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in for another all-new episode right here on Me and Mine TV. Now, as we close out 2016, I think it's best that we do some reflecting so we can understand truly the best cars that were brought to us here in 2016. Because around this type of year, different auto magazines, different channels here on YouTube always like to say, well, these are the 10 best cars of 2016, or these are the top 10 sellers of 2016. But to us true car nuts, we don't give a damn about the top 10. We want to know who the top 2, at most top 3 best cars of 2016 are. But as for me, I only care about 2, because the top 2 have set the gold standard in my favorite department of cars. And those, of course, are the sports cars. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you are going to say, well, DV, you're biased, buddy. Your American bias is clearly showing in the 2 cars that you're about to reference. But ladies and gentlemen, please understand, I don't have to be biased when it comes to these cars, because these 2 cars in 2016 set in stone that they are truly the best 2 cars in the sports car segment of 2016. Because both of these cars belong to America. Both of these cars belong to the same auto manufacturer. Because if I were to rank these cars number 1 and number 2, I would say without a doubt that the number 2 best car of 2016 is without a doubt the C7 Corvette. Because with the introduction of the C7 Corvette, General Motors has cemented the Corvette's place as it stands right now as being the best bang for your buck sports car on this planet. They showed that you don't need to spend $70, $80, $90,000 for a Porsche 911, that you don't need to spend 70 or 80 grand for a Jaguar F-Type or any of the European and German brands, because spending $50 to $60,000 for a C7 Chevrolet Corvette, you get beauty, you get styling, you get performance, and you get an overall desirability to have that car. Because the best part of owning a C7 Corvette that their German and European counterparts can't say is if you wanted to mod that car to make it perform better and look better, handle better, and sound better, you can do it for a whole hell of a lot cheaper than you can for its European counterparts. Because in order to get a car from the European and German markets to actually be able to have the same amount of power that a C7 Corvette has, you're going to be spending in some cases 1.5 to 2 times the amount of money for a German or European car than you would for a C7 Corvette. So if someone out there doubts the C7 place as it stands as we're bringing 2016 to an end, facts has already shown that the C7 Corvette is one of the best. But even after all of that is said, and after as well as the C7 Corvette has performed in 2016, it has been outdone and outshined by its younger, bigger, better brother. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about the 6th generation Camaro. And I do have to admit, I was not the biggest fan of the 6th generation Camaro when it was released, because I thought it took too many styling cues from my 5th generation Camaro, and I was doubting that they could really continue to harness the true essence of what made a Camaro a Camaro. But then I thought about it. In 2016, the world is changing. Cars are changing, and people, we must change with it. Because although Camaros have been known to be muscle and pony cars, in 2016, the 6th generation shed both of those stigmas and made itself out to be a full-fledged bona fide sports car. Because not only did it decimate its American rivals, because the Ford Mustang can't talk, the Dodge Challenger can never talk, but it's been decimating almost every single one of its now European rivals, because it proved that you don't need to spend, just like the Corvette, all that amount of money for a European made car to have looks, to have styling, and to have performance. But the key stat in 2016 came in October, when the brand new 6th generation ZL1 Camaro went on and took on the Nürburgring and shut it down with a blazing lap time, beating the likes of some Lamborghinis, of some Porsches, Mercedes, BMW, and Audi, and yet again cemented its place in 2016 as being the best, most important car of 2016, because it not only showed just how good the Camaro is, it showed just how good of a car General Motors can make. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, that is my opinion of the 2 best cars of 2016. What do you think? What are your opinions? Am I right? Am I wrong? Or am I somewhere in the middle? Let me know in the comment section exactly what each and every one of you think. Hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Me and Mine TV. Stay tuned for the next upload.